Hey everyone, welcome back to Horoscope Express. Today we're diving deep into the shadowy corners of the Zodiac to explore the dark side of each sign. We love talking about the positives, like how Aries are passionate go-getters or how Scorpios are intensely loyal. But the truth is, every Zodiac sign has its flaws. In fact, sometimes these negative traits can teach us more about ourselves than our strengths do. Are you ready to venture into the shadows? Let's get started. Aries is the first sign of the Zodiac, known for fiery energy, courage, and a pioneering spirit. But that very fire can burn out of control. Aries' dark side often shows up as impatience and explosive anger. They want everything done right now, and if they meet resistance or delays, they can blow up in an instant. Their competitive nature sometimes edges into aggression, making them come across as domineering. An unchecked Aries may bulldoze others to get their way, creating tension in both personal and professional relationships. Because Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of war, they can also be quick to take offense. When the ram sets its horns on a target, it won't relent until it gets what it wants. Dark side takeaway. If you're an Aries, be mindful of your impulses and practice patience. You don't always have to sprint headfirst into every battle. Taurus is associated with stability, practicality, and loyalty. They're grounded, hardworking, and enjoy life's comforts. However, beneath that calm surface lies a bull that can be stubborn and unyielding. When Taurus decides on something, it's nearly impossible to change their mind, even if they're wrong. This unwavering stance can come off as arrogant or close-minded. Since Taurus is ruled by Venus, a planet that loves luxury, there's also a tendency for overindulgence, especially in food, shopping, or anything that brings physical pleasure. In extreme cases, Taurus can turn lazy or resistant to change, clinging to what's familiar rather than taking necessary risks. Dark side takeaway. If you're a Taurus, work on practicing flexibility. Accept that change isn't always a threat. Sometimes it's an opportunity. Gemini, symbolized by the twins, is known for its adaptability, curiosity, and social prowess. But when the dark side surfaces, Gemini can become manipulative and duplicitous. Their gift of gab sometimes mutates into stretching the truth or spreading gossip. Because they crave variety and mental stimulation, Geminis can easily get bored and jump from one person or project to another, leaving people feeling used, confused, or unimportant. This flighty energy can make them seem unreliable. Their dual nature can also show up as moodiness. One minute they're the life of the party, the next they're cold and distant. It can be hard to know which twin you're dealing with at any given moment. Dark side takeaway. If you're a Gemini, make a conscious effort to stay honest and grounded. Communication should build trust, not break it. Cancer is the nurturing, empathetic crab of the Zodiac, ruled by the moon. They're deeply emotional, loyal, and protective. However, this emotional depth can lead to moodiness and clinginess when things go awry. If they feel threatened or hurt, they retreat into their shell, becoming passive-aggressive or resorting to emotional manipulation to get their needs met. In extreme cases, Cancer's nurturing can tip into smothering, making loved ones feel suffocated or guilty. Their homebody tendencies can spiral into near hermit-like behavior, shutting out the world for fear of being hurt. Dark side takeaway. If you're a Cancer, remember that healthy emotional boundaries help you nurture others without losing yourself to fear or possessiveness. Leos are creative, charismatic, and warm-hearted. They are natural leaders who shine in the spotlight. Yet every light casts a shadow, and Leo's dark side is egotism and narcissism. Sometimes their need for attention becomes overwhelming for those around them. They crave constant validation and can throw a fit if they're not the center of the universe. In some cases, a Leo's confidence can cross into arrogance, making them dismissive of other people's ideas or achievements. If a Leo's pride is wounded, they may lash out dramatically or become sulky, holding on to grudges longer than they should. Dark side takeaway. If you're a Leo, channel your natural confidence into genuine self-assurance. Learn to share the stage with others. You might be surprised how well you shine when you empower those around you. Virgos are detail-oriented, practical, and dedicated to service. Their analytical minds and meticulous approach can accomplish amazing feats. However, their critical nature can become overwhelming to others and themselves. Virgos may nitpick every minor flaw, from a coworker's grammar mistakes to their partner's little quirks. This obsessive perfectionism can also turn inward, causing intense anxiety or self-criticism. When they're stressed, Virgos might micromanage and become controlling in their quest for order and efficiency. This can stifle creativity and strain relationships. Dark side takeaway. If you're a Virgo, remember that life and people are beautifully imperfect. Gentle encouragement usually yields better results than harsh criticism. Libra is the sign of balance, harmony, and partnership. They're known for their diplomacy, social grace, and ability to see multiple perspectives. But sometimes Libras struggle with indecision and people-pleasing to a crippling degree. They detest conflict and might sugarcoat or withhold the truth to keep others happy. Behind their polite facade, they can harbor resentment or frustration because they rarely express their true feelings. This desire to keep the peace can lead them to become passive-aggressive, especially when tensions build. Moreover, Libras might place too much importance on external validation, becoming superficial or overly concerned with appearances. Dark side takeaway. If you're a Libra, remember that authenticity matters. Staying true to yourself might rock the boat, but it'll lead to more genuine connections in the long run. Scorpio is known for passion, intensity, and a knack for uncovering secrets. But that same intensity can turn into obsessiveness and jealousy on the dark side. When threatened, Scorpios might resort to manipulation or revenge, keeping score of every perceived slight. They're masters of emotional power plays, and if they feel betrayed, they can become relentless in seeking payback. Their desire to dig deep can also border on paranoia, suspecting hidden motives around every corner. Scorpios' emotions run hot beneath the surface, and when pushed to their limits, they can lash out with a stinging, destructive force. Dark side takeaway. If you're a Scorpio, your powerful emotions are a gift, but make sure they don't consume you. Use your intensity wisely, and practice forgiveness to lighten your emotional load. Sagittarius is celebrated for optimism, a sense of adventure, and a love for freedom. But taken too far, these traits can morph into recklessness and tactlessness. They may speak the truth so bluntly that they hurt others without realizing it or without caring. Their fear of being tied down can make them run from commitments or leave projects unfinished. At times, Sagittarius can be overconfident, taking wild risks that put them and others in jeopardy. Because they crave constant novelty, they may struggle with patience or empathy for those who move at a slower pace. Dark side takeaway. If you're a Sagittarius, remember that honesty is great, but kindness is crucial. Take a moment to consider how your words might affect others before you speak. Capricorn is the ambitious, disciplined, and responsible sign of the Zodiac, often climbing to great heights in their career or personal goals. However, they can become cold and ruthless in pursuit of success. Sometimes, a Capricorn's need for control and structure leads them to treat relationships like business transactions. They might value tangible results, like money or status, over emotional fulfillment. This singular focus can cause them to neglect their loved ones or their own well-being. When stressed, Capricorns might become pessimistic workaholics who push themselves to the brink without asking for help. Dark side takeaway. If you're a Capricorn, don't forget that life is more than a checklist. It's okay to let others in and embrace the unpredictable side of life. Aquarius is known for its humanitarian ideals, innovative thinking, and rebellious streak. Yet they can also be emotionally distant and unpredictable. Because they pride themselves on originality, Aquarians sometimes fall into the trap of looking down on those who don't share their avant-garde views. They can become detached, analyzing emotions as if they're an abstract concept rather than something to feel. This can alienate loved ones who crave deeper connection. Aquarians also have a stubborn side. They can dig in their heels when it comes to their opinions, refusing to back down even if presented with valid counterpoints. Dark side takeaway. If you're an Aquarius, remember that true progress comes with empathy and collaboration. Being open to others' feelings doesn't make you any less independent or unique. Pisces is the dreamy, compassionate, and intuitive fish of the zodiac. On the flip side, Pisces can slip into escapism and victim mentality. They might bury their heads in the sand to avoid harsh realities, turning to daydreams, fantasies, or even unhealthy habits to cope. Their empathy is so strong that they sometimes struggle to maintain boundaries and can be easily manipulated by others. When life gets tough, Pisces can resort to self-pity or playing the martyr, expecting others to rescue them. This can lead to codependent relationships or a sense of perpetual confusion about what they truly want. Dark side takeaway. If you're a Pisces, hold on to your empathy while learning to stand firm on your own 2 feet. Face challenges head-on rather than swimming away. So there you have it, the darker traits of every zodiac sign. It's important to remember that these aspects don't define anyone entirely. They're part of the complex tapestry that makes us who we are. The zodiac is all about balance, embracing our bright side while learning to manage the shadows. Recognizing our own shortcomings allows us to grow and transform into our best selves. If you enjoyed this deep dive into astrology's darker corners, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Horoscope Express, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest cosmic explorations. Which dark side trait resonated with you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep your eyes on the stars and your heart open to growth.